He might be the best fighter in Australia that you haven't heard about.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your main event.
Live from HBF Stadium Festival Hall. Melbourne Pavilion.
Not even backstage, we're literally outside.
Was that the best fight card in Australian MMA history?
Call me crazy, but make sure you call me when I'm right.
Be good if the Aussie MMA Instagram page would give us a bit of glow up because...
Welcome to the Australian MMA podcast. And look, if you're deep into Australian MMA, you probably know Joseph Larcinese, but I feel like he's easily one of the most underrated guys in all of mixed martial arts in Australia. Welcome to the Australian MMA podcast. My name is Mitch Tinley, and like I said, today's guest, Joseph Larcinese. If you don't know him, he pulled off late last year, I think it was November, probably one of the greatest comebacks in Australian MMA history against Odin Muscat, down on the scorecards, getting whooped, and he basically just found a way to dig deep and ended up finishing Odin, who's one of the most highly touted prospects, especially at flyweight, that there is, and we had a nice little moment in the post-fight interview where he basically was like, look, it's about time people put respect on my name. And he kind of has always been sort of like the B-side brought in, or the suspected B-side. And right now he's undefeated at 4-0, and he just seems to just keep proving everybody wrong. If you talk to him in person, he is weirdly intense. Like, I put him on that, like, Kevin Doucet level. I've talked about Kevin Doucet, former UFC fighter, before. Just that intensity, especially during fight week, you can just like feel it in their soul. And Larcinese is one of those guys. And he recently just competed Eternal 97 and took out Frank Jankowski, who, in my opinion, had taken out Taniguchi for the Eternal Flyweight Championship. But Taniguchi, great fighter. I hope he doesn't take that the wrong way. He is the current Eternal Flyweight Champion. I just think Frank Jankowski sort of is that good, was that good type thing. And then to see the sort of dominant finish that Joseph Larcinese put on him was just shows you where Larcinese really is. And he's got UFC dreams. He's like calling out Anthony Drillage, who nobody's calling out, and he's trying to fight the very best there is in Australian MMA. And he's a promoter's dream, as he just says yes and asks who later. It's good to get a little philosophy on how he started MMA. He's only been training for 3 years, and where sort of the intensity comes from, and it's just always it's good to get to know someone who very well could become an Australian MMA champion. So guys, make sure you stick around and follow Larcinese on Instagram and follow his journey, and he's really pushing for that September title fight. So whether it's against Taniguchi, whether it's an interim against Drillage, stick around. Could even be Shane Parker. Who knows? He had a great performance as well. But guys, remember, Quill and Sourkield, Australian MMA issue 1 still available. We've got signed copies. We've got signed prints. And we're beginning work on issue number 2. Who do you think should be the cover athlete? Let me know. I want to thank our sponsors. Ironically, our gym partner, Drillage Combat Academy. We want to thank Vex MMA and, of course, Combat Sports Insurance. Guys, without further ado, it's Joseph Larcinese. It's Joseph Larcinese. Ladies and gentlemen, joining me on the show, it's the man who was victorious on the weekend, taking out a very tough competitor. It's Joseph Larcinese, or whatever you just said to me before.
Larcinese.
Yeah. Is that actually, because I always say Larcinese, and I think that's just what
that's how the Aussies say it, and that's what my dad, he's like, Larcinese. So,
does he do that?
Keep it Larcinese.
Every time? Does he do the hands?
Sometimes.
So, your heritage, Italian?
Italian and Maltese, half.
Which one do you like better?
Italian. Yes.
You're not supposed to say that. What do the Maltese do? Because I know that like Italian, pizza, pasta, Rome, all that sort of shit. But like, what do the Maltese do?
They live on this like small island like under Italy, and they just make like pastizzis, which are like these ricotta pastries. And there's different versions. So I'm eating that shit like every weekend now. Yeah.
Well, that must be hard then, because I talk to a lot of other guys, like ethnic groups and stuff, when they're cutting weight and the family's like, what do you mean you're not going to eat the food?
All the time when I'm like camping, my brothers decide to make pizza, and like they literally eat it in front of me. But I'm very disciplined, so I just like eat it with my eyes, and it kind of makes me like more hyped for the fight. So I'm like, I don't need this shit. I just need a fight. So I actually don't mind it, really. I'm very disciplined, honestly. When you get to know me, like nothing really phases me.
So you're in the battle before the fight, like you're
100%. Like the whole week before the fight, like I go really deep, but like weeks and weeks before, like the stuff I talk to my brother about, like leading up to it, like, and we get a lot of mental preparation. That's why I'm very serious for these fights. Like I don't want to go too into it because it gets quite deep, but man, I get really deep. Like,
Well,
yeah.
I actually do want to talk about it because you're weirdly one of the most intense guys. Even after the fight, it feels like it's almost like, I don't know, like there's like not mental fatigue in terms of weakness, but mental fatigue is in like you've been like almost like ready for war for the past couple of weeks. Is that how you approach it?
I've struggled a lot fighting shorter turnarounds, especially in my amateur career and early professional. I mean, there was reasons why I couldn't like do quick turnarounds, but like the big thing was just like the amount of mental preparation, what I tell myself I'm willing to do in each fight. I just like, I can't get myself to get into like another fight within like a month or so or 2 months. Like I just feel so drained like afterwards. And that's something I never understood when I watch these other guys and it's like, yeah, another fight. I'm like, but man, like, you willing to go to the end in these fights? Like, is that what you've told yourself? Like, truly? And yeah, maybe they do it differently. But recently, these last 2 fights, especially that Odin fight, the fact that I actually kind of pushed that limit, like it taught me so much about myself. And weirdly enough, it gave me so much confidence, that fight. So going into this last fight, man, I felt something for the first time walking into that cage I've never felt. And it was like, not even anxiety or nerves. There was nothing. I felt complete at calm. It was the weirdest feeling ever. Really? And I was still hyped. I was like locked in, like ready. So, I mean, that's why I knew I was ready for the title shot afterwards, to be honest with you.
Did it scare you? Because some guys go, oh, when I don't feel, like I think I was talking to Marwan Rahiki and he goes, when I don't feel nervous, he's like, that almost scares me.
It did for a little bit, but each fight I kind of have like a thing I'm trying to obtain in the fight. And this one was like, I mean, it was pretty much, I said to myself, I want to become a UFC fighter in this fight. That was like my mental going into it. So when I didn't feel anything, I was like, this might be bad, but I'm like, maybe this is what I need. Like, I need this confidence, maybe. So I don't mind it. Well, hopefully I still have the next fight.
Do you still feel the come down then? Like you said, like where you got to kind of almost stop being an angry person and return to normal society? Is that like, or are you still in Warzone right now?
So I feel it a bit, but I can tell like I'm getting a lot used to it. It's like, I wouldn't say I'm becoming more desensitized to it. I'm able to control it better. I'm just more in touch with myself.
Are you an angry person and therefore it's bottled up, or?
It's a therapy.
That's all this ends up in, man.
No, I wouldn't say so. I'm actually, I mean, if you get to know me, people say I'm very shy and quiet. I tend to not like talk as much. At the gym, I keep to myself, but I mean, when people talk to me, I'll have a lot to say. You know, I'll open up and stuff. But I'm very happy. These last couple of years, you know, I've like found myself spiritually and with my religion, and I'm the happiest I've ever been in my life.
I feel like a lot of guys are religious that fight, which I don't know if that's calming or scary.
A bit of both, honestly. It's good.
What do they say? Old Testament, New Testament.
You switch on it, yeah.
Well, I'm assuming, do you have to turn a corner like before fights, right? Does your family kind of go like, oh shit, don't talk to him, he's in fight camp? Like, do you get a bit like that?
I used to get a little bit more like not nice to be around, but like I've just like learned the balance really well. Like when I'm with my parents, like and I've got younger brothers I live with, I just have to kind of, you know, I can't be that guy. It's kind of selfish. I've learned to be really nice, and then when it's time to switch on at training or talking to my brother, I'll let all like the shit talk that I do with him and all that stuff. You know, I run my mouth about everything, except online. Stay quiet online.
Well, where does the want to become a UFC fighter come from?
It's like weird, man. When I was younger, and it kind of sounds weird, but I always felt like a fighter, like as a kid. but I was always like a good kid where I listened to my parents, and I was like, I'll go to school, study, go to university, get a smart job, work hard, make money, have kids. And I kind of like never listened to myself or trusted myself or had confidence, I guess. But it was like a lot of stuff happened when I finished uni with like COVID in my career that kind of gave me perspective and a little bit of a push that made me drop everything in my life and commit full-time MMA with my younger brother. He happened to have the same thing. When I spoke to him, I said, "You for real about this? Don't trend it. Don't be those trend MMA guys. Like, if you're for real, like, let's do this shit properly." And he was like, "Yeah, 100%.
Do you think there's a couple of trend guys, as you say, who are obviously want to be fighters rather than want to be known as fighters rather than being fighters?
Yeah.
Do you see those guys at the upper echelon, like, the top 5 guys in Australia, or do you think they all get weeded out?
They get weeded out, man. Like, a big thing for me was not talking much in my amateur career or even my early pro career until I got wins or finishes. And like I was always on Instagram, like there's a lot of these guys that get so much hype and talk, but they're just amateur fighters. Or they don't really do anything crazy. They're not like having tough fights or fighting the best guys. They're not calling out the best guys. So, I mean, I just said to my brother, man, let them do their thing. They can get the views, the trendy fighters. But when you have to fight, man, they lose. As simple as that.
Yeah, almost like it's got this like inevitable feel. And I feel like you do walk around a little bit like that. Like, you sound frustrated sometimes that your name's not sort of brought up all the time. But I feel like you almost have this like faith that like it is inevitable.
Yeah, like it was weird. I actually, when I said that to you, I actually thought about it a lot, like after like for a couple of months. And I think I spoke to you before the fight. I said, like, I'm not looking for respect anymore. It was more just like, I'm going back to how I truly believe. Like, you just fight and you'll get given what you deserve when you fight, and you call your shot when you deserve it. And you don't need respect from everyone. Like, you just earn it just through just being you and like doing your thing. Do you know what I mean? So I didn't really want to be like a guy asking for like respect. I didn't like how I said that, to be honest with you.
Nah, it was cool. I think, and it came at the right time, and I feel like it actually weirdly fits your persona. I talk to people a lot about this all the time. Like, you don't need to talk shit. You do need to talk, but you need to be you, because people want to get to know you, right? So Jack Della's a perfect example of this, right? Never talks shit, right? Says like one sentence, like, "Yeah, no, I reckon it'll be done in one," and everyone's like, "Oh shit," because it's like he believes what he says, and he says it in the energy that he wants to say it. And I feel like you are doing the same. Like, when you're saying like, "Man, I think people should put respect on my name," that's coming after one of the most wildest comebacks we've seen in our sport, and then one of the most sort of dominant displays as well. So I think it's coming organically.
Yeah, it's good then, I guess. I mean, I rate Jack Della. I mean, when he says shit, he's actually really cold. So, I mean, I guess I'm doing some things right. I want to fight like him as well. So, yeah.
Well, mate, what would you prefer, the comeback victory like you did against Odin Muscat, or like the almost flawless first round victory against Frank Jankowski?
I mean, in terms of pain and aftermath, like, yeah, this one's so much better. But I mean, the other one was crazy, man. The adrenaline. I don't know. Just in terms of brain cells, let's keep it this one.
And I have to ask you from your perspective as well, because as a fan perspective, it's always sort of split. But when you are losing a fight for so long, but then you pull off the victory, it's kind of, does it feel like I am the better fighter because you couldn't put me away and then I put you away? Or is there a little bit in the back of your mind that goes, "Man, Odin was putting it on me"?
Nah, I believe how I treat a fight, like, we only have 3 rounds. I wish we had more, because like everyone would get finished in it. It's whoever's the last man standing. At the end of the day, like, with all due respect, he couldn't put me out. And at the end, I put it on him and I made him give up and try to grapple me. For some reason, all these guys, they try to grapple me. I don't get it. He grabbed me and then I just put him away. So, like, yeah, with all due respect, man, like, he gave up and I won the fight. And that's how I look at it.
And how does it feel like, just internally? I mean, I know we spoke on the event, but now that it's been many months past, like, you went through all of that, you dug deep. Not too many people know or get to find out what they're made of. Was it pretty cool to know that, oh shit, man, I can dig deep? Yeah,
because like I talk a lot. Like, I don't talk a lot, but like I talk with my brother, saying like, I'm that guy. Like, we are that guy. He is as well. But like, when you can like visually watch it on like Fight Pass later, you're like, okay, I am that guy. you know what I mean? So it's good to see.
Yeah, that is pretty cool. And then I guess to turn it around, like it would be different if then you come up against Frank and then he beats you up and then you finish him at the end. But to come out and just pretty much go like, no, that was almost like I broke into a new level. And then Frank Jankowski, in my opinion,
He's a champion.
yeah, I reckon he beat Taniguchi, and I know that he hates me saying that, and I understand that. But I think Frank got him, and then you did that to Frank. So how good do you feel?
Well, I mean, I don't want to sound cocky, but I think I have the best grappling in the flyweight division. So I didn't understand why he tried to force the grappling so much on me. I thought it would have been a better game plan if he like didn't do it in the first 20 seconds. Like I didn't understand it. It threw me off. I mean, it worked, I guess. But every fight, bro, everyone's trying to grapple me. Like, don't do it. Like that's my advice to them. Just don't do it.
What can you not strike?
Yeah, I appreciate it. Watch my third fight.
Dude, what do you prefer?
I mean, I'm always chasing knockouts, which I think is my own detriment. I prefer striking. I want to be like a really good striker. Do you know how like Ili Depoirier like was grappling before? And he got really good at it, then he switched to striking.
Yeah. All right, so it's like do you go into fights wanting to do things or just to win?
Well, I mean, a lot of my amateur career, we had like weird game plans in my coach because I started MMA so late. We had like specific things in the fight we just had to pull off. He always told me it didn't matter if I won or lost. I just need to like learn how to do this in the fight. And I think like it was so good for me, but it also like brought this weird bad habit where I never like learnt to fight an MMA fight, if you know what I mean, like to showcase my A level. So like going into my pro fights, even though like we now had full game plans, I was struggling to let everything flow at my best ability. I started chasing too many specific things like a knockout or, you know, this and that. And then I think that's what really caught me in that Odin fight. I was still figuring that out. That last fight, it's just that clarity I had. I was ready for just to win. It was no decision. Still, I never want to go decision. I just want to win. So I think that's what happened. Yeah.
And who do you think currently, aside from yourself, is the best flyweight in Australia right now?
Probably Anthony Drillage. Definitely. I want that. What I want to do, like I want to get the title shot first, and I want to get to like win the belt by a finish. Then I want to create like this mega fight with myself and Anthony Drillage. And I think it's actually like favorable for both of us because I know he wants to get back into UFC. And he needs a guy to, like a big name, someone like myself who's undefeated, to boost himself back in the UFC. And I need like my breakthrough fight. So me beating someone like Anthony Drillage would be my breakthrough fight for the UFC. And like, we could go crazy on it. We could like do heaps of media. I mean, we could get on this show, man, like Anthony Drillage, same time, myself on the other side, you in the middle trying to like start shit, and we'll see if I got shit talk or if Anthony George's got some shit talk in him. That's what I want to do. Like, so give me that title shot so we can create like the craziest fight in Australia we've seen in the last like 5 years.
Do you have a bit of shit talk in you that you haven't let out yet?
Yeah, trying to save that for these types of fights in the UFC. My brother told me, he's like, hey, ease up on the shit talk for now, like, you know, in the UFC, and we'll save it for a bit later.
Yeah, I have I always get in trouble for saying this, but I have a gang of messages from George Mangos who he has some of the most underrated shit talk, but he says the same thing. Like he's like not yet. He's like, they'll see it, but not yet.
100%.
No, that's cool. Is Drillage someone that you think like, oh shit, I want to stand with him and knock him out and prove to everyone, or is it what? Oh wow, okay.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, I won't like restrict myself. Like I'll use a smart game plan, but the game plan will like funnel to doing that.
What about guys like on the outside that are kind of making some noise but have been quiet recently, like say like a Cooper Royale or those guys? Do any of those fights excite you?
I mean, right now I'm just looking for that belt, and then Drillage. I mean, Cooper Royale is a good fighter, but I mean he's doing his own thing. Like in other promotions, I've seen like he's had some fights and then like they get like taken away straight away, or he's doing fighting some guys like I don't know from where, like they're just kind of. I mean, he's doing his own thing, man. He's been at the top, and like I don't want to shit talk like the whole division, but we've had for the last couple of years a lot of guys at the top that just won't fight like the guys at the top, and it created like this weird stalemate in this division. Like, okay, we had Stuart Nicole, Anthony Drillage, Sean Gauci, and Aaron Tao, and we couldn't get one of them to fight, and Cooper Real. We couldn't get one of them to fight each other. And I'm sitting at this like lower rankings, like just watching how this scene's playing out. I'm like, fuck, why can't one of these guys just do it? Like, that's what we need. But instead they want to like, you know, I don't know. My thing was, I told my brother, I said, like, let's fight Stuart Nicole. He got signed to the UFC. So I'm like, let's fight Anthony Drillage. I called him out in my second fight. Ben Vickers was like, I'm not ready for it. So I was like, all right, cool. Like, I'll just fight. Like, I've just said yes to every fight, man, that they've offered me.
Well, it's funny about that because I actually remember when you called out Anthony Drillage, and I was a bit like, seems a bit soon. And now I look back and I'm like, idiot.
I mean, maybe it's better I got a couple more fights, let's be honest. But, I mean, yeah, I can beat everyone. That's what I believe.
Nah, yeah, and you are slowly and quickly showing that as well, because I feel like it is like the last 2-3 fights I've kind of gone, this would be a real challenge for Larcinese. And you've like, not that I didn't bet against you, but like I was just like, I wonder how it'll go. And each time you've just shown, and I feel like inevitability is definitely becoming like the word in your career so far.
Yeah, man, I love being that underdog. My coach always says, like, we're the underdog coming to Perth. This is sick. I mean, I felt something, bro. In that first 20 seconds of staying up, man, I felt something on the feet that, I don't know, man. It's going to be a good one when I get back in September. Hopefully it is September for the belt.
Yeah, man.
I'm surprised a lot of people.
Mate, I heard, I could hear that arena when you put Jankowski out. He sells a lot of tickets. It was quiet.
That arena tripped me out so much. When I was walking out, I had all these people like screaming my name, and I thought like my friends or some shit came to surprise me. It was like this random perf dudes like losing their shit. I'm like, what the fuck's going on? You can see in the walkout, I'm like going like this, like everyone keeps. I'm like, what the? Like, is alright? I'm like, what's going on? It was really weird. It was sick. Like best experience like so far. That was sick.
Yeah, it was really cool, and I really feel like it definitely put you on the map. Just going back to the flyweights, you talked about Stuart Nickel, you talked about Anthony Drillage, Sean Gauci, Aaron Toe. Who do you think was the go-to guy out of all of them? Who was the toughest?
Sean Gauci. I think he was the best. I think Anthony Drillage is good, but I think he hasn't like tested himself enough in the regional scene. So when he got put against like tough opponents, he just maybe didn't have like the confidence. So sometimes you gotta be like tested, bro, to really believe in yourself. And if in the back of your head you know you fought guys that maybe weren't the top guys at the time, you know, that can affect how you fight. So, but yeah, everyone's a bit weird, man. All those guys. I'm not trying to like. They're really good fighters, but like they've played really smart like matchups in their career. But I'd say Sean Gauci, bro. I think he was the best.
Have you struggled to get matchups?
Bro, I'll be honest with you, I think everyone thinks I'm trash. So, like, it's pretty easy, man. I just go like, Cam, can I fight? And he's like, yeah, let's see what I can do. And he's like, you want to fight this guy? I'm like, yeah, yeah.
That's kind of my point, and not to stick up for any of those four guys, but I reckon that now that you're onto the like the stage where everyone knows who you are, I reckon you're gonna find it hard to get a fight.
You reckon? I mean, if I get that belt, then I'll just be like, hey, if you want the belt, come get it, and then I'll have fights, unlimited fights.
There's other promotions, they'll leave.
What do you mean?
Fighters will just leave. They'll just go to yeah. So
maybe I've got the whole thing twisted, bro, and I think too bad about these guys, and they're actually trying.
That's the thing. It's like I often say with this, like, it's very easy to say, I'm not saying you're saying this, but it's very easy for other guys to say like, oh, this guy's ducking, this guy's ducking. It's also like, no, maybe this guy won't fight you for X amount of money on this promotion in this city at this time. And it's like, I do feel like fighters cop a lot of shit for like ducking. Now you would know, and I would know, and we won't say it. There's a few guys that we know, quote unquote, are ducking. But I just think too many people cop shit for it. Because if you couldn't line up a fight with Drillage because you're injured, right? Or whatever, all of a sudden Drillage goes, no one will fight me. Oh, Larcinese was offered the fight and he didn't take it. And like, that's true. But you're injured. Do you get what I'm saying? Like sometimes
I get you.
Like I think we're a bit too brutal sometimes, as like from the outside.
It's like half me to think like that because I'm always like, man, I would fight that guy. Do you know what I mean? Like it's like you look at Kasib, bro. Like how he got those fights in Kangaroo. It's like he says he can't get fights. I'm like, damn. Like I thought I would be like, I'd fight that guy. So it's like half me like put in like perspective, I guess. Because I think other fighters should be like that, but I guess maybe they're not. Yeah. Yeah, maybe you just like opening my mind or something. That's all.
No, I changed my mind. You have to say they're all bitches and call them out.
I love Drillage now.
Well, mate, I mean, after this fight, like, what do you do? Like, do you blow out a little bit? Do you go eat your Maltese fritter birds or whatever the hell you called it, and all that other stuff? Like, what's the recovery week look like for you?
I mean, the camp was actually really good, and like I've learned so much about dieting now and recovery that his weight cut wasn't too hard. The fight obviously wasn't hard, so I've had like one cheat meal, and I started training today, like just to ease my nervous system back into it, but very light and smart. So this whole week would be like light nervous system training, like nothing to push it too much. And then I got September, so I got to get back into camp.
And did Cam O'Neill, head of Eternal, did he say was there any indication that it might be you, Taniguchi, in September?
He said I make his job easy because I've already said yes. So we'll see how easy I guess the job is.
Well, how does that fight go down then?
Me versus Tamaguchi. I mean, I'll look for the finish. I mean, Tamaguchi's wild. I don't think he has the grappling to deal with me. Hopefully he doesn't grapple me in the fight because then I'll sub him. On the feet, I think I can definitely catch him and put some damage. The only advantage he would have in that fight is that it's 5 rounds. So that'll be a big advantage for him.
Well, you got no cardio?
No cardio at all.
Really?
Yeah.
You serious?
It's going to make me seem like a dickhead.
Nah, that's
It's a good fight, man. He should take it.
You need to put up like shit videos of you hitting pads like really poorly and like.
That's why there's no videos of me training, and my fights are unknown. I've had like really lucky how my fights played out. You don't see much of what I do. That's good.
I'll keep the media coverage to a minimum.
Okay.
I'm not even gonna have your name on this interview. I'm gonna be like some guy.
There's an unknown fighter, some bum.
Guy that beat Frank. Just no. Mate, just quickly, MMA journey. When did you first sort of find MMA and when did you first walk into the gym?
I think it's been like 3.5. I'm in my 3rd year of MMA training. Before that, I prepared to train at the gym in my backyard during COVID with my brother. So, I mean, I did jiu-jitsu, but bro, it was like hobby. I was just like having fun lifting weights, rocking up to class like maybe 3 times a week every now and then. Do you know what I mean? So it was like 3 years ago, MMA full time. And then, yeah, COVID, me and my brother learned how to like punch and kick. Like that's how we train, bro. We like Googled how to like kick and we'd spam it like one kick for like an hour straight and we'd repeat that for a week. So like, I mean, we know how to learn. Let's just say that. Like we have a really good learning system.
And
we'll do boring shit.
How good's your brother gonna be?
Sorry?
How good's your brother gonna be?
Man, I think he's going to be really good. I mean, the original plan, I thought I was too old to ever get far in the sport, so the original plan was to focus on him.
How old are you now?
I'm 26.
You're a child.
Yeah, but like it was just before I didn't understand MMA. I just thought starting at 23 years old, I'm like, there's no chance I'll make it far, but I can probably get good in the Australian scene or something. That was my mentality. But let me say, my brother, man, he's somehow just he puts it on me a lot when we do everything. He's just as good as me. It's like weird. Yeah, he's gonna be really good.
Who's better? I'm
better. I got the grappling. So yeah, I beat him because I have just better grappling. That's literally it. It's crazy. He's good at striking, man. That's why he knocks everyone out and he damages them. Watch his fights. He's crazy. If you actually watch one of his fights.
And mate, before I let you go, after it's all said and done, how does Joseph Larcinese want to be remembered in mixed martial arts?
Just remembered as like a guy that, you know, fought all the hard people and he never took easy fights. And he's just, you know, just a good person. that did good by everyone around him.
Well, mate, you're an absolute gun. I really do appreciate you taking the time, and don't change the character. I know you even if you couldn't, even if you wanted to, but I like it. I like you're very authentic, and I think people are getting behind you. I know the shit talking will come and all that sort of stuff will come, but I think people are really starting to sort of really get behind you, and that respect is definitely going to be on your name.
Sweet, thanks, Mitch. Got me on the interview once.
Oh, mate, we'll chat before the fight with Taniguchi or Drillage.
Yeah,
if you guys
that should be sick. Yeah.
All right, brother, take it easy and enjoy the Maltese food.
Thanks. See you, bro.